welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband. I'm your host, SomeNoobWithCE. When last we left off, you'll remember we talked to some bandits, and they told us that we needed to come up to Gissom, and there was some kidnappers here with this guy, with the merchant of Praven's brother, which they kidnapped and holding for ransom. Merchant of Praven has hired us. We're now going inside the kidnapper's hideout. We're going to attack, but not before I want to see if I can get... Okay, can't get any of those. So, into the hideout we go. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet. You can still sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site, down a narrow defile, means that only half troops of your party will be able to join the attack. And they will inevitably bring your horses. If your initial attack fails, the looters will easily be able to make their escape and disperse. Do you wish to attack the hideout, or wait for another occasion? We're going to attack. Okay, so, as you can see, we got a couple of troops. However, this is so awkward that I have 5 infantry and 2 militia. This is going to be a massacre. We don't get the thing about they're just cleaning house already. The thing about hideouts like this is there's going to be an excessive amount of loot, but there will not be any chance for me to get any of these guys as prisoners. So don't have to worry too much about that. Oh wow, there's a bunch of them. Come on, Tyrell. Oh, got a level. Nice. That's bonus. Okay. Well, unfortunately, my militia here is not using their crossbows. They're just using sword and board, which is good. I'll let him deal with him, and I'll collect on past. Yeah, these infantry are just cleaning house. They're such a high... I want to say these looters are like level 2. Maybe level 4 at the least. And the infantry are like level 12 or level 14. So it's pretty much like putting a puppy into a den with a bunch of starving leopards. There's a chance the puppy will survive, don't get me wrong. It's not a very high chance, but it is a chance. Okay, so here comes this brother. Okay, thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother Praven put you down to their trek? Yes, I told him that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With the retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one. You are determined to attack the hideout, and their ill-gotten gains is now yours. As now yours? Okay. Alright, so basically what we're going to get is like a crap ton of armor that would normally come from looters, which means junk. So it's not going to be anything worthwhile of keeping. So I'm going to just carry it. It's nothing... Now, if this was other looter camps, what you would find is things like there'd be food in here and there'd be random pieces of armor. So, yeah, they're actually pretty good to attack, but not really. Okay, so we're going back to Praven. Hideouts also tend to spawn a lot of freaking, a lot of raiders around you, which becomes a problem when you get something like a Sea Raider hideout. Sea Raiders are actually on the... While I'm riding, I'll actually show you. Sea Raiders tend to spawn over here by Warchig, and just... Hello. Oh, wow! What? How did I miss that? Oh, we lost 3 SWAT infantry, which is fine. We still got 1. Oh, whoa. Okay, so apparently... The Rodox... Wow. Okay. So this is the first time I've ever seen that. The Rodox, which are over here, literally went across the map and took Rivacheg. Or did he defect? That's also a possibility of something that could happen. The dude here may have changed sides, may have defected. If he gets... There's 2 types of ways to leave a king's work. You can either be removed by the king, which will actually save any keeps and such that you have control of, or you can defect. If you defect, you take any lands you have with you, and he took Rivacheg and all the surrounding cities. I've actually had Dirham be in Nord hands, and the Nord was right outside, and I just ran up to him and said, hey, you should join our side. And he's like, oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And he defected, and we didn't even have to fight for it. We just immediately took it, which, ironically, the Nords came in and took it back, and then we walked right behind him and took it. It was a mess. So off we go to Praven. We're still riding over here. There I am. And, you know, we lost all this infantry, but I still have one. That's what counts. Let's try to get any. No. That's what counts, is the fact that we still have one infantry. I'm just happy having one. Okay, let's go to the tavern. Okay, any new companions? There's a ransom broker, Marnid Watchman. Okay. Well, my brother is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. We pack him off to a university outside Caradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, I can say it's my fault. That's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It is well earned. The man is most welcome. I'm glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you the bandits had an ally inside the walls? Vaguely. I think I know who it is. Really? The captain of the watch, no less. Oh. And this is relevant because, well, some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes from great risk. Yeah. Where were you when I decided to buy up all the chicken and freaking chorizo? That's the thing, yeah. Well done. Well played, sir. Well played. So, he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course, the caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, the heavens forbid, I've ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on the payroll to inform on the rest. But our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share they take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Carodia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Oh, okay. So it's like, you know, they're guards, but they've turned to villains. Well, pretty much. Luckily, there's still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Oh, well, that's good to know. So where were they a couple of minutes ago, when he took over? Now, here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of King Harless, Lord of the city, but that would mean an inquiry. My word against the captains. Witnesses can be bought, evidence destroyed, or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and I'll get my trouble as a knife in the ribs. In time of war, you see, the king's eye wanders far from his domain. His subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. Wait, are you saying that Harless is corrupt? And, he doesn't care about his people once he's... that doesn't sound very good. So you're saying Harless doesn't really care about his people when conquest comes calling. It's not very good to hear. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, with some men in my employ, some others who've lost relatives to these bandits. We'll storm the captain's home to bring him in chains before King Harless, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle. I'm beginning to think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know you're telling me the truth? Oh, I suppose it's possible I found a dozen bandits who are willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in Old Praven. Well, I can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that my money is good. There's another 100 dinars, maybe a bit more. That's waiting for you if you do me this last favour. So what do you say? I'm all for justice, so let's do it. I'll lead your men. Splendid. It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice. Frankly, I find it exhilarating. Oh, that's wonderful. You get your blood pressure up, huh? Good. You know, you could die here. It's a good possibility. My men are ready to move on your bed. You ready? Yeah. Give him the sign. Good. Now, strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know what hit him. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in their quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all-too-obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. It's time, lads. Up and at them. Really? Now? Oh, for God's sake. Really? We're freaking... They chose now to get engaged? Alright, y'all stay with me. Yep, you guys stay with me. We're pushing into the town. With me, lads. The merchant got knocked out. That's positive. At least he's not dead. I wonder if I get paid if he dies. Yep. Come on, boys. Is there more that way? Oh, shit. Oh, don't kill it. I want your club. Oh, you killed the townswoman. Alright, the infantry are still with me, though. Alright, let's go. There's gotta be one over here somewhere. Yep, good job. I think we win. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete and all the wounded have been taken care of, you and the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Ha! Well done. I saw at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 10 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go looking on them. The heavens alone. Let every villain learn to fear the name Terrell Vadar. Or Vidar, whatever the fuck. I have bombed again. I hate myself. Yes. Now a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in the back room with a knife to his throat. I'll need to go drag him before King Hollis and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be part of that, though. I'll tell you what, all goes well. I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know everything enough to stay out of town for a while. Forget this whole episode ever happened. So, hopefully we'll meet again. Okay, so. Later, dude. Leave. We're going to go to the tavern. Notice the populace is different to me now because we just helped them. Let's go to the tavern. And there he is. Hey. Oh, Terrell over there. Things didn't go quite as I had hoped. King Hollis didn't quite find it in him to overlook my little breach of the peace. Oh, he's grateful enough to get rid of his crooked captain. Our guard who will let him bandits will let him harm me if the price is right, but he can't exactly. I mean, running around here is last reminder of his failure to take care of things himself. Well, it wasn't really a failure, you know. He just didn't. Yeah, that hardly seems fair. Fair? This is Caroldia, my boy. Kings do what they will, and the rest of us do what they must. He didn't straighten me up. Instead, gave me time to sell my properties. Even put in a word together budgets that they best pay me a fair price, too. That's great of us. Kings go. These are weak kings, they all are here. Weak kings must always look to their authority first in just a second. I suppose I'd do the same in his shoes. Anyways, I won't go rubbing your partner seeing King Hollis's face, but he's taking note of you. Decided that you're not worth hanging. That's something to which I'll raise a glass at the day of the week. He might even have work for you farther down the road, or you can sell your soul to one of the competitors. Anyways, I hope you've learned a bit about what it'll take to stay alive in this troubled land, and I suspect the money you've earned won't go to waste. Good luck. So, yeah. So apparently Harless didn't exactly like his little killing of the troops there, that really didn't go well with Harless, and instead of thanking him for showing the corrupt captain, he instead exiled him from Praven. I kind of feel bad for that, because I'm kind of the reason he got exiled. But all in all, I guess he did kind of take matters into his own hands to do it. Just it kind of sucks that I did that, and now I'm the reason that he's actually getting kicked out of his. He's going to have to leave, and put back on the road, and that's a freaking dangerous road out there. So I kind of feel bad. I don't feel that was fair of Harless, but I can see where Harless is coming from, because the guy literally did start a freaking armed riot in the middle of his street for no other reason, because he saw this guy. There was other ways he could have went about it. So maybe he could have brought it to the king. The king would have did something about it. I don't know. I don't really like the way that turned out. But all in all, I feel that I feel for him, but in the long run, I kind of don't. So in truth, I still think Harless is right in the fact that he's kicking him out because again, he started a freaking coup. I don't know. That is this episode. I may do one more depending on what time it is right now. I got time for one more, so we'll do one more after this. Then I'll start uploading these. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. And we just finished the Merchant with Craven questline in Mountain Blade Warband. And yeah, we got him kicked out of the town. So I kind of feel bad about that, but in fact I don't in the long run because he will be insignificant. Did get a little bit of money off of him, and I think I leveled. Yep, sure did. And I leveled. So before we go, we're going to level this up. And I'm going to put... Well, let's see. I really want to think about leadership. But I also need to start thinking about engineering. And looting would be nice. I already got 2 points into that. So let's put another point into... Oh, I need to get persuasion up too. Yeah. Let's see here. Wound tree won't be nice. Yeah, let's get a point into intellect or intelligence, and let's put some points into wound treatment. Actually, yeah, let's go with wound treatment. And let's put a point into inventory management, because I'm going to be getting, I've got 2 points in the looting now. That means I'm going to be getting more loot. So let's do that. And, yeah. I really don't want to sink too many points into these secondary skills, because I'm going to end up getting companions, and their skills are going to be much better than those. And what your companions are literally is a whole new skill set that you're going to sink points into, so that way you don't have to put points into it. Primarily, you want to worry about primary skills like looting, personal skills. But party skills, you don't really have to worry about that much. Leadership, you have to worry about that because it's a leader skill, and so is prisoner management. Leadership skills and personal skills, you have to worry about. Inventory management, leader skill, yeah. And as for skills, let's throw some points into there and some more points into polearm. Okay, so for now I'm done for this episode. I want to thank you again for showing up and staying with us, but I want to thank you for just watching these videos overall. If you have any comments, questions, or want to point something out, please, one thing I want to point out is I'm not really going to take seriously any ideas or any you should do this or you should do this, because we're doing it a certain way, guys, and while I respect your words, I may not act on them, so don't feel bad if I don't say, I'm going to do this. So, with that said, thanks again for watching. SomeNoobWithCE signing out. Until next time.